Thanks for tuning in to the Urban Scope podcast. I will be talking about Lauren Betts from the number one ranked UCLA Bruins in women's basketball. I had the privilege of watching her game the other day against UCLA playing Maryland. So number one UCLA against number 8 Maryland. Very good game. It was one of my first times actually seeing Lauren Betts play. And it was very spectacular for many reasons, and I'll talk about those later. But I want to talk about her ability or her underrated ability. Right now, number one projected prospect is Paige Beckers to the Dallas Wings. Lauren Betts is projected to go number 5 to the Golden State Valkyries, which I think is, I don't want to say a mistake, but I think it's an understatement or under evaluation of Lauren Betts. For the simple reason, I think Lauren Betts is a safer and a more secure pick. Nothing against Paige Beckers because she has an amazing game, but she does have an injury history and things like that. But they always tell you to take the big guy, or in this case, the big woman or the larger woman in that case. Now, Lauren Betts will be 22 this year, so she will be eligible, but she can come back for another year. She hasn't decided or made an official announcement if she's declaring for the draft, for the WNBA draft to be exact. But she is averaging around 20 points and 10 rebounds this game on the number one ranked team in the country. And I am very excited to see them in the tournament. I look forward to that, to see how teams will match up against her because Lauren Betts is, she's a game changer. She's an old school type player in the fact of being a post player and a back to the basket player. She scores effortlessly. Like I said, she has great footwork and awareness, and then she has that unique ability to catch in traffic, to catch passes when she always has at least 2 or 3 defenders on her. But standing at 6'7", she usually towers over most NBA, well, not NBA players, but most college women's basketball players. So at 6'7", she has a unique size that you can't teach. When we talk about scouts and teams wanting talent, they want things that you can't really teach. And one of those things that you can't teach is size. And being at 6'7", she can score at will, just not off her size, but her ability to just the post moves that she has. So in comparison to Camila Cardoza, who is also 6'7", she doesn't have the footwork that Lauren Betts have. And she does not have that ability to catch in traffic like she does and to be able to use that leverage against other players and use her body against other players to score easy, to get in the paint. And also, when she gets so deep in the paint, all the players on offense are getting back on defense, and all the players on defense are getting back on offense because it's automatic bucket. Once she gets so far in the paint, it's over. It's too late. I mean, even if you try to foul, she'll get to the free throw line. Well, she does only shoot like around 58% from the free throw line throughout her career. She was at Stanford before, but she's at UCLA now. But she's only averaging about 58%. I think she'll have to increase that a little bit for the NCAA tournament, just in case they get in close games. But other than that, she's pretty much unstoppable. She looked like Shaq the other night when they played Maryland, the Maryland Terrapins. It was pretty amazing. But the only thing that she probably needs to work on is probably intensity, but that'll come along once she gets to the WNBA. As far as rebounding, she's not an aggressive rebounder, but with her boxing out ability, she doesn't necessarily need to be. She can box out. She has a big enough body to box out those players, and other teammates can get the rebound. But I think her rebound will get better with time. But other than that, her game is pretty solid, and I think she should be the first pick if she declares for the draft. Like I said, even if I had a center already, I would do the Tim Duncan route, and I'll talk about that, and just stacking, these tall players and just playing from inside out. I know a lot of people like to shoot the 3 now, but the 2 is just as good and it's more secure. You have a better field goal percentage, obviously. But just to talk about the mock drafts or the draft order that's coming up in the WNBA, it's Dallas, like I said, has the first pick. Now Dallas has Erica Ogunbowale. Sorry, I'm butchering that name. And they have McCowan. So they have a taller player, and then they have a guard that can score at will. But like I said, I would still stack those players together and just figure it out later. But that's probably why she's not projected to go to Dallas. Now, LA just has, De'Arica Hamby, and then they have Rakia Jackson and Cameron Brink, who are rookies last year, and they're going to be in the second year, but they're smaller players. I would pair her alongside De'Arica Hamby as well. Like I said, I would figure it out later, but they figured, maybe they already have a center. They're looking for more shooters. I think they have enough scorers already. Cameron Brink will be coming off that injury, and hopefully she'll have a speedy recovery and return back to normal. But she was a presence on the defensive end. In Chicago, it's obvious why they wouldn't pick her. They already have Cardoso and Angel Reese. They have two budgeting stars that plays the post, and it'll be too much to figure out that playing time. So that makes the most sense of why they didn't pick them. Washington also has Dotson. She's a Stephanie Dotson, who's a three-point shooter. She really doesn't play the post as much, but that would be a good fit. I think, like I said, that would be that San Antonio Spurs, Tim Duncan, David Robinson situation. That would be a good fit for as well, especially with Washington's record last year. They were next to the last in the league as records wise. So you have to throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks, and that would be a good investment. Having Lauren Betts alongside Stephanie Dotson, you have two big players, one playing outside and one playing inside. So all those rebounds that Dotson misses, Betts will be able to get those rebounds. But, like I said, the Valkyries are projected to get Lauren Betts if she declares. But at the end of the day, I would be looking to get Lauren Betts at any spot that she lands, especially if I was Dallas. I would definitely take a flyer on her. Her game is amazing. Being able to see her play, it's like the sun coming up. It's going to be a basket once she gets it so far in the paint. She doesn't necessarily need a jump shot. She doesn't have to shoot it often. And it shows why, because of those post moves. It's immaculate. She, like I said, she's a European type player, good footwork, very good skill set. She doesn't need to be physical, but at 6'7", towering over other players, she'll be automatically physical. So, well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Urban Scope Podcast. And until next time, I'll see you next time.